Welcome back, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time you may be watching this. My name is Jay, and we are back again this week for another must-have comic book list that is coming out for June 17th, 2020. We're moving a little late on this video because we were a little bit overwhelmed by the showcasing and announcement of the PlayStation 5. Which I will most likely be selling a few grails to get. But we're not gonna hold the time up. I'm sitting outside in the car in the flaming sun recording this. So if you hear any cars and you hear any birds, pay it no mind. This week we're gonna start off with Boom Studios. We have one from them, the Mighty Morphing Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #4. By Ryan Perrott and Simone DeMeo. Dan Mora is doing cover A. Gonay Montes is doing cover B. And he also has a foil variant for cover C. And cover D is by Mike Del Mundo. Moving over to the indies, we only have two from them this week that we're covering. Resistance #2 by J. Michael Straczynski and Mike Deodato. And that has one cover. Wind #1 by James Tynion IV and Michael Dialanis. Dialanis is doing cover A. We got that Peach Momoko variant for cover B, and Dan Mora has cover C color and cover D for the black and white variant. Looks pretty dope. Image Comics. We got just a few from them. A new book, A Man Among Ye, looks like a pirate's tale with a woman at the lead, by Stephanie Phillips and Craig Cermak. Cermak is doing cover A, and Stefan Sajic is doing cover B. Gideon Falls 22 by Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. Andrea Sorrentino is doing cover A, and Jeffrey Allen Love is doing cover B. Savage Dragon 249, and written, drawn, and directed by Eric Larson. And last this week, because we don't have any Marvel this week, DC Comics. First up, we have Aquaman 100-page giant #4, and that has two different covers. The one that is drawn by Gary Frank is for the regular comic shops, and the other cover is the Walmart variant. Batman and the Outsiders #13 by Brian Hill and Glebe Melanchoff. Cover A is by Tyler Kirkham, and cover B is by Michael Golden. Big book from DC this week. Dark Knights Death Metal #1 by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. Capullo is giving us cover A. David Finch is giving us cover B. Francesco Mattina is giving us Death Metal Superman. Cover D is by Stanley Art Germ Lau, and that is of Wonder Woman. Cover E is the black and white variant of cover A. Cover F is by Doug Mankey of Batman. Cover G is the black sketch variant. Cover H is by Ian McDonald. Cover I is by Natalie Sanders. Cover J is a Ji Hung Lee variant. Cover K is by Ryan Brown. Cover L is by Puppeteer Lee. And the last two variants, both Batman and Wonder Woman, is by Cale New. That's a lot of covers, and I'm sure I missed some. Detective Comics 475 Facsimile, and I believe this is the first appearance of the Joker Fish. Flash Annual #3 by Joshua Williamson and Brandon Peterson. Green Lantern Season 2 #4 by Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp. Liam Sharp is doing cover A, and Matteo Scalera is killing it with the cover B. Hawkman 24 by Robert Venditti and Fernando Parcerin. Cover A is by Brian Hitch, and cover B is by Geraldo Safino. Both covers are pretty dope. We got a Nightwing Annual #3 by Dan Jurgens and Scott Galuski. Next up, we have The Question, The Deaths of Vic Sage by Jeff Lemire and Dennis Cohen. Cohen is doing cover A, and Bill Sienkiewicz is doing cover B. Strange Adventures number 2 by Tom King, Mitch Gerrards, and Evan Shaner. Mitch Gerrards is doing cover A, and Evan Shaner is doing cover B. Butchering his name. Superman 22 by Brian Michael Bendis, Ivan Reyes, and Joe Prado. Ivan Reese is doing cover A, and Brian Hitch is doing cover B. There's a few more books. Wonder Woman, Dead Earth number 3, written, drawn, and covers by Daniel Warren Johnson. And we have Wonder Woman 757 by Steve Orlando and Jesus Marino. Robson Rocha is doing cover A, and Oliver Copel is doing cover B. Young Justice number 15 by Brian Michael Bendis and John Timms. John Timms is doing cover A, and Ben Cadwell is doing cover B. And I usually don't do trades and all of this stuff, but I love this book. Doomsday Clock Part 2, the hardcover with the slipcase, is out this week, and that is by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. For our covers of the week, we got a couple of books here. Wind number 1, the Dan Mora cover. Death Metal number 1, the Art Germ cover. Green Lantern number 4, the cover B by Matteo Scalera. Young Justice number 15, cover B by Ben Cadwell. And the cover of the week is Wonder Woman 757 by Oliver Copel. I just left most of the Death Metal covers out of there. It's just way too much. For our books of the week, we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 4 by Parat and DeMeo. Wind number 1 by Tinian and Daulanis. Strange Adventures number 2 by King, Gerard, and Shaner. And of course, the book of the week is Death Metal number 1 by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. All right, people. Got more videos to make and more research on this PlayStation 5 I got to do. So until next time, I will catch you at the same bat time and at the same bat channel. Peace.